Welcome to our Cypress automation tester scenario talks. Today we are talking about if plugin within function. Cypress if plugin allow you to conditionally run Cypress comments based on the existence or state of domain elements, something not natively supported by Cypress due to its comment queuing nature. cypress-if is a Cypress plugin that introduces if, else, else-if methods into the Cypress shell, enable you to conditionally execute blocks of the Cypress comments during text execution. First step, install plugin. Use npm install cypress-if. Import register the plugin in your support file e2e.js or index.js. Import cypress-if in the support file. Use if, else, and else if in your text as needed. Future. If condition. Execute the following comments only if condition is true. Else. Define an alternative path when if condition false. Else if condition. Choose an additional conditional check. Conditional types. Supports exist, visible, enable, or custom function. Within is a Cypress comments that scoped or subsequent comments to the specific domain elements. Issue, interactions, and accession only apply within that context. Within is used to limit the Cypress comments context to the specific element on the page, that is a form, table, or section. This is helpful for avoiding ambiguity when there are multiple similar elements. Best practice. Use within for repeated structure. Keep select short and avoid conflicts. Avoid nested too deep. Deep nesting may reduce text clarity. Always verify contents elements exist. Prevent false positive by ensure get succeed. I open Visual Studio Code and in a terminal type npm install cypress-if. I always install it. In the support file, support for my version is e2e.js. So I put the import cypress-if in this support file. And I add a new file, I name is if plugin. So let me see this one. You see, first test, I go to our web page, web elements. When web elements, I find it is like a button 1. If button 1 is available, click. If not available, just give the information. So I run the Cypress. run this file. Okay, so you see here is this button variable, so click this button. If I change this one, I give the button 2. We rerun it. So you see here, because this ID we don't have the button 2, so cannot find the ID with button 2. This is the class name. And you see here is just for our code is access this is 4. So just log button is not available, not click. Yeah, so you can see the code is here. If available, click. If not available, else log button is not available. Okay, we see another test case. We say if the button is enabled, we it click it. So when I find the button is like this is a wait of 45. If enable, click. If not enable, just log button is disabled. Then get this again. So if disable, log button is disabled. If not disabled, just click. Let me see the web page. Web page has this button. If click is disabled to the 15 minutes second, then enable. So after click is here you see the disable. So our test is do this check. So I save it. Let's see. Okay, I rewrite it. You see here is access. This button is enable. Click. And here is get again. Access the button is disabled. And log button is disabled. So you can see here is disabled. Here is enable. Okay, we see another case. This time is go to the web page, the golf. So we see general. If we go to the golf, when here is a golf course, search golf course, and then general, if you not log in, we cannot see the delete link. So the tester will check, search for the golf. If log in, we should have the delete button. If no delete button, and log in and show up. So that is tester 1. You see here, go to search for the text A. And you see here is contain the delete. If available, click. Otherwise, you should log in. So this case, use this function log in and search this again and find this is available, delete. Let me see the code I put into the here. You see, I not actually delete, but you can see here, when I go to the page and golf course page and tap the test A and click, is find the test A, but test A you see don't have the link delete because not log in. So access this delete link not available. So go to the login, call the login function, and do this one and log in. You see here login, and go to this page again. Type search test A. You see here, click test search, and this time you see here test A contains the delete link. So this delete link is come up. So click is go to the delete page. Okay, we look at the example for the within function. In the golf course page, we have the here we inspection the function. So you can see here we have the two table. One is here is a table, and another is here is a table. So have the two table here. But for the table, we see all use the table. So when you use the table within the elements, you should define a table and find something. So this is for example. I just use this for the test. Go to the golf course and get table. Get table is you see I have the table, two table. So I go to the first table. In the first table, I use within function, find the import search string, type ABC golf course, and click the search button. So this is contained in a table 1 is the search, click, and we can see here. Let me run this. You see, find this one. So it's here. You see, we use just for the within the first table. And the first table will have many of the buttons. So I want to click this button also. Yeah, let me change the code. I add if a container book golf course, we click this one. You see here is a book one, yeah, book golf course. Today I showed test code for if plugin within function. Hope you like our video. If you want to follow updates, please subscribe. See you next time.